If one of my mentors could sit me down and tell me all the wisdom, here are some of the points that I will make sure to tell my younger self. Number one, you can start now. No matter what your dream is, you can totally start now. On your way, think about the growth mindset. Even if you don't know it yet, now, today, in this moment, by starting now and by improving each time, you are growing. Start now and start practicing the skills that you need. And those skills are not only the technical skills that you need, but also your own personal development and your inner work, your personal development for your soul. Like one of my teachers says, when you improve each time in all of this area, you are really supercharging where you are going. You are really giving yourself the possibility to quantum leap, meaning that instead of following a linear way, when you feel the inspiration, the divine guidance to do so, you just take the next step that comes to you, even if at a logical level it doesn't make any sense at all. You trust your body, you trust yourself, your intuition, and you trust the divine guidance that when you will take that step, it's going to help you to expand and also to inspire other people to go forward in their own journey. So start now. Last live stream, I talk about starting your dream business. My course is all about starting that dream business the feminine way. It doesn't mean that we don't have the masculine way, that is that self-discipline, right? But it means that at the same time we are taking care of ourselves and our fulfillment. We are using our sensual energy and our intuition in order to get to where we want to go. I talk a little bit about that in today's session. The next piece of advice that I will have for my younger self, people in your life, they are not going to be there forever. I talk about this because I lost my dad, and before his health started decaying, it was like he will always be there for us and he will see us become old as well. But it's not always the case. With that, I also give my younger self this advice about grieving. It's important to grieve, and when the pain is too much, we need to heal that grieving also. When you think about all the things that you are missing, then the pains become excruciating. You can cry and cry, but if you also balance that out with the things that you know were challenging in that relationship, then you start seeing that it's a balance. For the things that you are missing, there are people emerging in your life, or maybe some aspect in yourself are emerging because that went away in the physical. Even if in the physical you don't see your dad anymore, it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's not supporting you. It is. Right? In his new form. Maybe it's a spirit now. You can feel his presence. You can feel his love. You can focus on that love, on that presence, and know that he's supporting you in his own way. Because remember that we are not just this physical body, but we are spiritual beings. So even when the body is dead, the spiritual body is still living. Forever, we are eternal beings. For infinity, we are always alive. Know that your people who are not in the physical world anymore still love you and they are still supporting you. They won't want you to grieve, to be miserable because they are not here in their physical form. They will want you to find a way to continue to go forward, because when you are going forward, you are perpetuating the legacy that they left through you. They can still live through you. When you have children, your children are going to continue with your legacy. Not that they will do the work that you started necessarily, but the simple fact that they have your genes and your way of thinking, they have inherited so much from you, so you will continue to live in one way or another in the generations that will come after you, that you have influenced through your thought. My dad was so a loving man that will always give advice to everybody that needs his help. He will share his skills, he will share the experiences. I can see that that is one aspect that I'm doing when I'm teaching also, and that I'm teaching the knowledge or the wisdom that I've learned throughout my 4 decades on this earth so far. So the next point that I will share is that your high vibrational energy your relaxed state, your balanced mind are so important. And the reason why is that it translates into your energy at a level that we cannot see with our eyes. Everything around us, even ourselves, we are energy. And depending on the frequency we are vibrating in, there is a correlation between energy and frequency, like we learned in quantum physics. E is equal to the Planck constant times the frequency. So your frequency is your currency, like they say. If you want more of anything in this life, be it more money, be it more love, more fulfillment, more happiness, more gratitude, whatever you desire, your frequency, your energy is going to determine how much you get from that. That's why I will advise my younger self as the higher version that I am today, to really prioritize her energy, prioritize keeping a relaxed, rested, high vibrational state. Instead of living in the survival mode, I will advise her to constantly come back to that balance, the balance of the mind, the regulation of your nervous system, and also learn more tools to keep that energy really high, because then the things that you attract to you are vibrating at the same frequency as your energy. So if you look around you and you see that what is there is satisfying and fulfilling, it means that that is your energy. But if you look around you and you feel triggered, you feel dissatisfied, you feel stressed, then that is the energy that you are also propagating and attracting more of in your life. I will advise her to really focus on her meditation. Even when there are stressful situations around you, you are able to connect to that breath and to stay into a calm state of mind. So daily meditation, it can be as small as 1 minute, like closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out, and just being an observer for your thoughts, just looking at what they are doing. Right? For 1 minute, and then you can stop. And if you are more advanced, you can do more. It's when you are the most stressed that you are supposed to meditate more, longer, right? Because if you think, I don't have time for meditation, then you really need to meditate. If you were meditating, you will find time for the things that are really important. You'll be able to prioritize, right? Meditation, or your state of mind and the state of your soul, is one of the most important states. It's going to attract to you the reality that you want. That high vibrational state is also what is going to attract to you the relationships that you want. And I would tell to my younger self also that your relationships are so important, and it's not necessary to stress yourself to try to change the people, but that when you can express what is important to you in terms of what is important to them, that is when you have a real dialogue. If you only talk about what is important to you, but they cannot see how it's helping them fulfill what is important to them, then you are talking in a monologue. What is important to you is important to you, but nobody cares, right? But the moment you start making a connection between what is important to you and what is important to the other person, then they are interested, because everybody around you lives according to their own priorities, to what is important to them. So they will naturally be attracted to do those things that are so important to them. But in order to add you to their agenda, make the link, how what you want them to do is also going to help them to fulfill what is important to them. I will also talk to my younger self about opening your heart and to seeing people for who they really are, instead of wanting them to change for one idea, one fantasy that you have in your head. There is a divine order. Everybody is perfect the way they are in this present moment. And then they can work according to what is important to them at that moment towards what they really want. But at each moment, they are totally perfect the way they are. That is the divine order. So even when a situation happens, it can be the universe using one person to teach you something. And if you can learn your lesson, then you can balance your mind around that person and not keep resentment. I will tell her to really keep her heart clean, because that is what will keep her energy clean to attract what she wants in life and to feel so fulfilled on that journey. Constantly keeping her heart clean, sending blessings instead of sending thoughts of resentment, sending love, unconditional love, regardless of what people have done, because you understand that it's because they have done that thing that you are able to grow and be stronger and to expand even more and to heal a little bit more. What doesn't kill you will help you to get stronger, like that saying. All right, and the last point will be to tell her to embrace all aspects of herself, to embrace even the shadow aspect of herself that she thinks she doesn't want anyone to know about, to find the courage to even speak up about those things, because then she has neutralized everything. You know, when someone says something to you, it can only hurt you if you already think the same thing that that person is saying to you. If someone says something to you and you don't believe what they are saying, it doesn't affect you. But if you were already believing that and feeling insecure about that, then it will really hurt you. You will have the tendency to be resentful and to say, how can they say this to me? But if you embrace that shadow, every part of yourself that can be criticized, you embrace it and you say, yes, this is how I am at the moment and I am totally okay with this. If someone come and say, oh, you are like this and like that, you will be like, yeah, I know and I love it, or I know and I don't bother about it. This is going to help you really empower that personal energy that you have. I will also tell her when there are quantum leaps to make, to courageously say yes to that call. You can skip some steps and go forward with the bridge that connects those two places, right? And this is exactly what quantum leaps is. When you are failing at something, you are trying, like I said before, start now and fail forward, so to speak. Meaning you are practicing, you are learning, you are trying to improve your skills, your personal development and your soul development every time that you try, right? When you are failing forward like that, and you know, this is my mission, so I'm continuing to go forward, this is when your preparation will meet your opportunity. And you will be what they call lucky, because now that you are prepared, you get the dice thrown and it gets you to a place where there is a bridge, and with that bridge you can leap forward. So in the waiting time for your things to get where you want them to be, don't stop preparing and don't stop praying and don't stop elevating your energy, because all of that are going to help you to see the bridge and to get to the bridge when the time is right, in divine timing. So that's why I also took the leap of faith to start teaching my second course, and I know that the person that I will be at the end of that journey is going to be another version of myself. If you feel called to join me on that journey, then the link is in the description below to my website, femininerebirth.com. I can't wait to start teaching the next session. In the meantime, you can watch this video next, and until next time, stay inspired. I love you. Bye bye.